Welcome to Risk Arena 2, where you beat the living hell out of aliens to feed your crippling gambling addiction. Created by Hopo Game, Risk Arena 2 is a third-person roguelike game where you try to survive and become unstoppable until you die from a mushroom piss stain. The gameplay premise is pretty simple. You choose a character, choose a difficulty, land on a random alien planet, find the nearest local wildlife, beat them up and gamble with the money you stole from them. You don't know why you're here, but all you know is to kill and make it to the end, and maybe get a gambling addiction and a cool trip on the way. And on the upper corner of the screen is a timer. This is the difficulty meter that changes as time passes, making the local wildlife more stronger, faster, have elemental powers, and eventually the game would follow the game design from Dark Souls and make the bosses into normal enemies. So you want to be always on the move and never stand still like your life depends on it. And aside from the chests that give you items, which I'll get in a bit, are other interactive like the turrets, which are kinda worthless, drones, which are useful to have if you have spare cash, shrines to arrange for the Shrine of Blood to give you money in exchange for half your health, or the Shrine Chance that either give you an item or steal your money, and so on. And once you feel like you have enough items, you can find and activate the teleporter, which summons a boss to arrange from a big rock, a furry, and a big jellyfish from Nagasaki. And after beating it, the boss will drop an item. And once the teleporter is fully charged, you move on to the next stage and repeat the whole process. There are over 13 survivors, or 14 if you include that bird thing, in the game, with each having their own unique abilities and playstyle. You mainly start off with 2 at the beginning, but you can unlock the other characters by doing tasks such as beating the game or delivering a highly explosive generator to a random plant. Commando. He is the basic and all-round decent character, and is really great at dishing out small but quick damage, and has nothing special going on with him. Huntress. The only character that can both run and gun and has auto-aim. She's swift and mobile, but she's also built as a twig and can die fast too. Bandit. Your average cowboy that when attacking an enemy from the back deals twice the damage and can go invisible and can use his big iron to chain kills. Multi. Wally, but with a gun and a flash grenade. He has 2 primary weapons, one long range and the other short range that he can switch anytime and can go gadget into a go-kart. Engineer. He can place 2 or 3 sentry turrets and is the only character where the bustling fungus or bungus, an item that heals you when standing still, which is normally useless to everyone, is actually useful for the engineer since the effect transfers to his turrets too. Artificer, the chubby magic girl that can throw magical fireballs and can float mid-air by holding the spacebar when falling down. Mercenary, the perfect character for weeaboos who want to live out their fantasies as a space samurai. Mercenary gameplay is composed of melee combat and spamming every button on your keyboard and raging after dying to a stupid jellyfish. Rex, a literal walking plant that uses seeds and plant juice to deal damage and heal himself. Loader, my beloved. She has a charge ability that does massive amount of damage and can pierce through her enemies, and it allows you to roleplay as a Toyota big car slamming into a random deer on the road. No, Obster, I swear, for self-defense, the deer had a knife pointed at me. Acrid. That one super aggressive dog that probably has rabies that you don't want to be near or next to and can use his rabies-infested saliva to give the enemy poison damage. Railgunner.
Professionals have standards. Be polite. Be efficient. Have a plan to kill everyone you meet.
Void Fiend. He has a split personality disorder that's split between calm and gamer rage. When he's calm, his attacks are long range and can heal himself to slow down the meter. But once the meter is full, he turns into his rage form, where his attacks is a short but a very strong red bite and blast and can damage himself to keep him in this rage phase. And finally, Captain. The game has over 173 items that range from a crowbar, a leftover soda can, and a needle that I found in a garbage bin next to the homeless shelter. Each item gives you a different buff and debuff that you can stack the items to increase their effects and eventually become a god if you live long enough. And there are 7 item tiers. White, green, red, yellow, orange, blue, and purple. The white and green items are the most common, any first item you'll be seeing from the beginning to the end, and they usually fall under the same 3 categories. The all-around good items like the lens maker glasses that give you extra crit chance than the teddy bear that blocks incoming damage, The situational items like the Focus Crystal that increase close range damage, which is good for melee characters like Loader and Mercenary, but not as useful for Commando or Rex. And a flat out useless item for everyone. The red items are more rare than the white and green items, but are really powerful, like the Brilliant Behemoth that does extra explosive damage, or Deal Best Friend that gives you an extra life. The yellow items are the same as the red items, but instead randomly drop after being a boss. And the orange item acts as an extra ability that takes longer to charge, like a Submarine that throws sauce and a Primordial Cube that summons a black hole. But then you get the blue or lunar items that although give you buff, can also give you debuff, like the Sharp Glass that gives you extra damage but cuts 50% of your health, or the Light Flux Pauldron that decrease ability cooldown but also decrease 50% of your damage output. And there's also the purple or void items that are added in the Void DLC that are mirror versions of other items. Like the Lost Year Lens, the corrupted version of the classes does a low chance of instantly killing a non-boss enemy. And when picking up a corrupted item, it also corrupts the item counterparts. Congratulations! You somehow managed to not die and made it to the 5th stage. In this stage, you can find the Primordial Teleporter, where you can loop back to the first stage by pressing the other side of the teleporter, or can take us to the final stage. And after beating the boss and fully charging the teleporter, we enter to the final stage. Welcome to the moon! There are 4 pillars that you need to charge to get access to the arena to fight the final boss. And once that is done, you can make it to the arena and get to face up with the final boss, Mistress. Mistress has 4 phases to its boss fight. The first phase in Mistress boss fight consists of Mistress either swinging or slamming down its hammer at you, which is like a truck, and will launch itself up and slam down at the middle of the arena a couple of times, and maybe throw some knife at you. And once you wither its health down, Mistress will leave the arena and we enter to the second phase where you fight the moon native animals. And after clearing enough of them, Mistress reappears and we enter to the third phase, which is the hardest phase. Not only is he faster and now it's like a train, now whenever he slams down his hammer or himself, it creates a shockwave, and he can also summon a worldly thing that can instantly cut most of your health or instantly kill you. And once you down his health once again, we enter to the 4th and final phase where he will steal off your items and without their full effects. But he can only throw a knife at you and summon electric balls, and can get back your items by dealing damage to him. If you're struggling with the 4th phase, you can either go to the ramps and snipe Mistress from far, or hide behind the pillars and do a hit and run tactic. And once you manage to beat him, the boss fight will be over, and the moon would start to collapse and you have to return to the spaceship near the entrance. And after charging the spaceship, we escape and beat the game. And that's it. I hope this guide helped you improve, or at the very least learn something new. Anyway, subscribe and like the video, and I'll see you guys next time.